Hello everyone, my name is Kunal. I'm a photographer living and working here in Glasgow, also known as KT Perspective on Instagram, and been doing photography since 2017 when I first came to Scotland for my first job. A little bit about myself. I came to UK in 2012 to do my PhD, and then when I got my first job, I came to Scotland, which is where all the story started of my photography. It was initially just a hobby, but slowly and slowly I fell in love with the landscape of Scotland. My very first photo that I took in Scotland was from Moor in Glasgow, which is what made me realize that maybe this hobby can go somewhere a long way. And then, unfortunately, a couple of years later, we went into lockdown. We couldn't work, at least I couldn't work from home being a chemist. So when we were allowed to come out just once a day, started coming out late in the night. And that is where the low light photography, which is dominantly occupies my work in today's time, started coming out late in the night, completely quiet streets, almost no one to be seen. But then I started looking for a source of light, which formed a unique source for some perspectives to capture in the streets of Glasgow. Most of my work is from Glasgow. There's just so much liveliness here. Each street, each architecture over here tells its own unique story. I've been doing photography as a work, making money from my work since 2020, and we went in the lockdown. I first made my work available online, which is when I realized that there is a much wider audience for my work. I started selling my work in shops in Glasgow. I started doing some arts and crafts markets in Merchant City, and now recently in various other places like pop-ups in John Lewis. Most of my work, professional work, comes from taking photos and selling them as prints in various forms. I've recently also started venturing in wedding photography and brand photography. So what is photography to me is what I've realized in the last 3-4 years is it's a source of meditation and helps me with my mental health, which was quite not just me but for many other people was quite dominant in when we went into lockdown. It affected me in ways that I can't probably talk about it, but photography is something that made me realize that there's also other passions that I can pursue, which prominently helped me to take the decision to move full-time into photography a couple of years ago. I enjoy every second of it. Scotland is lucky in a way that for me that it has all different seasons, probably sometimes in a single day. Where it's windy, it's cold, it's freezing. You might find me somewhere on the streets of Glasgow. Might be half frozen, but might be with my tripod and with my camera taking photos. That is what I love. That is what I want to do. 2025 is the year where I want to overcome my fear of talking, which is what you're listening right now. I might be sounding absolutely horrible, but that is what I want to overcome. I want to tell my story of what I capture and what unique perspectives I have taken over the years and what I want to take, not just in Glasgow but rest of Scotland. I want to document life in different towns and cities in Scotland, and hopefully through my work, if I could bring a minute change in someone's life, that is what makes me the most happy. Photography is an art which is very hard to describe in words. It brings people together. It makes memories that is remembered for decades, and that is what it brings a huge change in a number of people's lives. It has certainly brought a big change in my life. People don't like to talk about mental health issues, but one of the most effective medication is to talk about it. Photography helps me each and every day to overcome those issues, go out and take pictures. That helps me and helps many other people to overcome those issues. Why would you like to hire me? My photos and my work captures unique stories in different ways. That is what I have done over the years, as you can see on the screen, through weddings, through street photography, through landscape photography. I believe that you should not limit yourself into any form of photography. If I today like to go on the streets and do street photography, that's what I'll do, with no pre-planned objectives. If I want to go for a landscape, Scotland is full of landscapes. That's what I'll do tomorrow. So this is who I am, and this is my story, and I hope you like it. And thank you so much for listening to my very, very long lecture. Thank you.